I can keep this. Basic Forest, Amulet. Yikes. Although I guess we have a couple answers for Amulet. Knight of Autumn's actually pretty good against them. I'm probably going to grab a Kaldra. One thing I realized you can do with this deck, though, is you can actually like activate Knight, or you activate Stoneforge Mystic, and then respond to the Stoneforge activation by getting Kaldra or Batterskull, and just like then the trigger resolves. Maybe everybody already right on time, monkey. Maybe everybody already knew about that interaction, but it was just something I was thinking about earlier. Do I want a monkey instead here? Probably not. Do I want to get sort of Hearth and Home though? It's pro green. Let's get it. Yeah, so you can activate Stoneforge Mystic, then you can respond to the Stoneforge Mystic activation by ephemerating it, and then get a equipment to put into play, even if you don't have one in your hand. Was something I was thinking about. Kaldra seems better still. Yeah, probably. But I mean, I don't know. Blinking Knight of Autumn on the Amulet token seems kind of nice. Ooh, Recruiter's cool. I mean, I think that we have to Knight of Autumn the Amulet. Oh, they just get another one back. Ah, they just get another one. They just get another one. Shit. Oh, we can kill the Urza Saga, though. Right. That's part of the reason I was playing the card. Yeah, this is better to hit this, right? Next turn we can go, like, Skyclave this, Ephemerate Knight of Autumn, kill Saga. Yeah, if we had played Monkey on turn 1, the game's just over because we can turn 2 Knight and kill the Sagas. Pact for Titan. I mean, we might be able to like rip Avalanche Riders off the top and kill them. Kind of think the last turn, the monkey last turn was better. Knight plus Ephemerate. The problem is they get to block the monkey with the construct. Right? That's the problem. Turn 2 dashing. Yeah, maybe that line wins this game. Oh, we also have a Magus of the Moon in the deck. We could just that just wins the game. That just wins the game. And so does the Riders. No, they have enough blockers. Maybe fetching Kaldra so probably can't attack consideration. We could do that this turn. By going Stoneforge activate, then Ephemerate, then the trigger resolves. Does this make the land enter untapped? It does put the land in untapped. I think it's just block with the construct. Alright. Let's go to game 2. Do I want Solitude against them? I don't think so. I do want the Aven Mindcensor. Or maybe I will want the extra Solitude. I want the Mindcensor. I want to think Trim on Skyclave because it doesn't answer the construct tokens. Trim on the walls. I feel like 3 Solitude is probably pretty good. I think the Knight of Autumns are good against the Sagas. And I want the Sword of Feast and Famine over the Sword of Fire Ice. And that's probably about it. I really hate that the large number of suburb cards against Titan come out slow and Titan. Yeah, we've got some ramp in the deck though with Ragavan and Birds. I feel like we probably have a fine matchup. We got Magus of the Moon and 7 ways to tutor it. Why the one Toski? You can tutor it up with Imperial Recruiter, which I think is pretty good. It's probably a turn 1 Vial start here. Maybe not. Maybe we go Maybe go turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2... Or actually, let's just try to Magus of the Moon on turn 3, which is going to be... I think just turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Eladamri's Call, Vial and Bird, cast Magus. Your opinion on the best Prowess shell? I've been really liking Mono Red Phoenix, but Blue Red Prowess is probably very good also. Yeah, turn 1 Monkey loses to Grazier, so I agree that's probably not the line here. Can turn 2 Dash Monkey. I can't Dash Monkey and Eladamri's Call this turn, right? Wonder if my opponent expected Magus of the Moon. So we have to Magus, then get Knight to kill Dryad. I mean, yes, we can do that. We also have like tons of answers to the Dryad, but the Dryad is not that effective with the Magus in play is also true. I guess with Kiki-Jiki, I kind of just want to have a red source here. So we get a tapped Simple Garden, which is a red source with Magus in play. Ah, Urza Saga. The scariest card in Modern. Yeah, I'll probably just set up for the Kiki combo by getting Felidar Guardian. I mean, maybe killing the Dryads better by getting Knight of Autumn. Both lines probably lead to victory here. They didn't play their land. Yeah, let's just kill the Dryad. Yeah, Blood Moon effects, and Alpine Moon, Spreading Seas, they all kill Urza Saga. Don't ask me why, though. It's a headache. Don't ask me why Blood Moon kills Urza Saga. Don't ask me why layers are stacked in the order they are. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I've got an idea. We could have casted a Primeval Titan there if we hit it off the monkey. Yorion putting in some work too. I'm gonna not reveal that I'm playing Kiki, I think. Against what current meta decks would I set and break the ice? I mean, it's just Tron right now, right? Okay, going to game 3. Game 3 on the draw, things get tougher. Our draw is going to have to be... I mean, either they have to not have Titan on turn 3, or we have to have, like, Bird into Magus or Mindcensor, which is just not that consistent. I guess we could also like have turn 2 Skyclave or Knight of Autumn for an Amulet. Solitude seemed great. Yeah, maybe actually probably do want the 4th Solitude on the draw. This hand is turn 3 Magus. We probably just can't mulligan turn 3 Magus, right? Why not 4 E-Call? Well, we have 4 Recruiters. 8 Tutors feels like... I think it was 7 or 8 of those effects. You can just get like too many gummed up in your hand, though. So I think I want to start with 7. You're dead. Yeah, your index always have turn 1 Vial. Which is kind of true. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but it's true. Yeah, Grazer's the new Reshaper. Play a second Urza Saga opponent. Never lucky. Don't ask me why Yorion always has turn 1 Vial. Don't ask me why. Wizards printed a Boreal Grazer. Toski! Hell yeah. Feeling good. They get a 1/1. Toski! Maybe this deck is good. I don't know. We've been drawn pretty well. Toski, Toski, Toski. Don't have Ephemerate up. We can Night of Autumn for... We can recall for Night of Autumn, though. Kill that Urza Saga. And then Ephemerate, I guess. And then also activate Stoneforge Mystic. So I guess we get Kaldra. And then we rebound the Ephemerate on Sword of Feast and Famine. Or to get Sword of Feast and Famine. Oh, I guess we don't have enough mana, actually. Hold on. Yeah, let me just get the Feast and Famine first, because we don't have enough mana to Kaldra here. Because I think we're going to go Night of Autumn, kill both of their things. We also can't play the bird here. Get the Vial and Toski next turn. I have an Eternal Witness in the deck. We were saying get E-Witness instead? I feel like this might be better. Maybe you're right. Do we miss the free block? Oh, we did. Oops. Sorry about that. It's fine. We'll just blow up the needle. The issue with Witness is we can't Magus this turn, which I kind of like. No, we could. Oh, yeah, we could, because we... Oh, yeah, you're right. We can't Magus this turn. Yeah, no, never mind. This was better. For sure better. They named the sword. But don't they know I have Ephemerate coming down? Why would they do this? I guess I can't hit them with Feast and Famine unless I draw a land. Feast and Famine's pretty good against them. We'll just draw a land. Told ya. And we get to draw a card off Toski. Deck is firing on all cylinders. I don't think I've ever Vialed in Toski before. We can even like take up Vial and Yorion next turn. It's been a long time since I put a Toski trigger on the stack. The last card was Azusa. Do I want to move the sword over, or do I want to put Yorion in my hand? I think I'll move the sword over. Got plenty of mana for next turn. Alright, that was their top deck. Does mean, I guess I could just replay their forest, and they are in a position to top deck a Titan. So probably move my sword over to the bird. We can kill their Dryad though with Yorion. Can kill it with that too. Then we can kill the construct with Yorion. We also have a draw after we hit with the bird, so... Oh, we actually have a lot of draws here. We just move the sword over to the bird to ensure that we get to untap with Feast and Famine. Get a tap Stomping Ground. Attack with everybody, and they can like trade... I guess they can trade Construct for Knight, but Knight's like killing the Construct anyways, and we just want to draw another card. So we get to draw 2 cards here. Untap our mana. Put Yorion in our hand. And even if they draw Titan, they're just super behind. I guess we Avalanche Riders instead of putting Yorion in our hand, since this keeps them off Titan though. Should have got Sword of Hearth and Home. This is pretty sick. After the internet gets better, but yeah, you could just donate $5. Keeping this, probably putting back Guardian, just going on like the Mana Denial game plan. I guess I might get basic Forest. Let me just play Plains on turn 1 then, because I might want to get Forest to have basics after Magus. Riders is a better card in the main deck because it gets recruitered. Charmal doesn't get recruitered. Is there a matchup where you keep 7 lands? No. Turn 1 Arbor Elf. We can beat infinite damage in our deck. I think I'm going to grab Kaldra. Definitely getting basic Forest. I think I'm going to Stoneforge, get Kaldra. I could get Sword of Hearth and Home. If this is Heliod, this is pro green-white. You like Omen digging for land? We can get Omen next turn. Like, Magus is probably not going to be that good against them. But if this is Heliod, it's pretty good. We can beat Infinite Life because we have Kiki. More likely Ponza than Heliod? Yeah, it's like 50. I mean, I don't know. Could easily be both. Could be something else, too. I was thinking Stone Rain coming. Their deck just doesn't play that many Stone Rains these days. If it is Ponza. They definitely have Sprawl. Yeah. It is Ponza. It's called Ponza, named after a sandwich, from what I understand. Bolt into Clothis. Powerful. Did draw lands. Magus of the Moon not looking so hot, though. But Avalanche Riders is looking kind of good on that forest for next turn. Now we can get another basic Plains. Ever run into issues not being able to ephemerate creatures equipped to Sword of Hearth and Home? No, this is our second match with the deck, but that might come up, yeah. Probably not that big an issue. Because if it is, you can just like hit them with Sword of Hearth and Home, then flicker the creature equipped with the sword, and then that unequips it. But there is some tension there for sure. Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon, Blood Moon. Yes. I think. Main deck Gorilla Shaman, so they must be the like coding version. Monkey. I don't like Shaman. I don't really like this version of the deck, to be honest. I'm gonna wait on the Ephemerate for the Riders, I think. If I'm about to drop 1k on a deck for Modern, should I wait for the meta to get in early? Yeah, I would wait a bit still. If your only goal is to maximize value. Which is a fine goal. Yeah, I'm fine if they double block. They're not going to double block. It's also just good for us. They make a mana with Clothis, which is probably a bad sign. Bad sign confirmed. Kill the Riders. Attack for 5. Opponent's scared. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. Yeah. Like we're very clearly a flicker deck. Killing the Riders is a fine play. It also protects Chandra absolutely, so they can attack easier. Maybe I'll play this deck. It's too early to say, but this deck seems great. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with, like, I know I've been talking about this deck for a while, and that I've been working on it, and I feel like there's something here, but I just wanted to wait to play it until I had a good draft together, and I'm really happy with where the draft is at the moment. So they can kill my forest, which is kind of fine, I think. Yeah, just an Ephemerate stand. Is the Mono Red Phoenix deck a candidate? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I like that deck. I think it's good. It's still, at the end of the day, just a Mono Red Prowess deck. It's like, oh, they have Bolt as their last card? That's so good. Oh, no. Their last card was Bolt. What a great turn for them. That just gets us. All right, let's Desperation draw a card. We can get Giver of Runes. Maybe I just need to get Skyclave to deal with this. Giver is something I can play right now, though. Always good Tusky. I could have also got Ragavan. What's the Squirrel and Squirrelblade? Tusky. We only have one, but like it is one of the main cards you're splashing green for because you can recruit for it. Does Giver do anything? The main appeal to Giver is we get to cast it right now, but yeah, I agree it's not that relevant. I feel like you need to kill. Yeah, kill. It's a monkey, not a goblin, but yeah, for sure. Problem is Chandra is also like getting a little out of control. No, I mean it's not the moon we really care about so much. It is true that this gives us a land every turn also, so maybe we don't care that much about this monkey coding plan if we can get that going. Are they thinking about killing my recruiter by going coding recruiter, spin mana from Chandra? There's no way that that's good though. They can kill Sword with one more mana. Oh, yeah. I mean, are they really thinking about this? Gorilla is non-creature? Oh, I didn't know that. So, do we Skyclave the coding or the shaman? I don't know. Chandra is also getting out of control. There's not much we can do about that. The shaman? But don't they have like a lot of ways to take advantage of coding in their deck? Like, I mean, it's kind of a wash because they also have a lot of codings. Oh wait, I have a rebound Ephemerate? I totally forgot about this. Totally forgot about this. What can I get? Resto, maybe? No, I can't get Resto. Not a legal target. You get a second Skyclave. Hey, Spider. Hey, you keep carrying the category. Thanks, buddy. This deck's probably a little up your alley, huh? I could just flicker Wall of Omens, too. Here's draw a random card. Stoneforge? Stoneforge is probably pretty good, yeah. Let's get that. Good answer. I think that we're supposed to exile the coding. Like their deck like has like a ton of main deck like cards like Shaman to kill when they have a coding in play. So there's obviously like pros and cons to both though. If they play Karn, exiling it just gets it back. We cannot beat Karn no matter what happens this game. Karn is not going to be. We're not beating Karn. But you know, it's also like if we exile their Shaman, like if they just draw another Shaman or like shenanigans, we just get crushed. Kind of think the recruiter builds go the taxes direction or the Ephemerate direction. Not the biggest fan of lists that try to do both. I mean, this is an Ephemerate list, Spider, that just is playing Stoneforge Mystic, and then like. I mean, I think that you need to play like Magus to have some interaction against like the Titan decks. Magus is just a good card in this deck. But this is an Ephemerate deck. This isn't a Taxes deck for sure. First 13 months, appreciate you. Makes more sense to get monkeys so your sword lives. I mean, monkey, it costs 7 mana for them to kill my sword. Right? This feels just kind of not that scary. I don't know. What's a creature list? I see what you're saying. Yeah. It could have been if you want to critique the list, I'm not bothered though. They have 7 on board? I don't know. I mean, like, what is this? The sword has also not that good versus all the red blockers. I don't know. Maybe it could have been another Skyclave to get rid of this though, or like a Felidar Guardian flicker this Skyclave. They don't really have blocks attacks here this turn, which is good. We can get Kaldra maybe. Oh. All right, let's go Recruiter for Charming Prince, exile Chandra. I almost didn't add the Charming Prince to the deck, but I think it just a 2 mana flicker to tutor for makes a lot of sense. So maybe you can pull back into this game. We need them to brick for a couple turns. I mean, they can still make tokens. Man, that turn where they had lightning bolts on the Solitude was so absurdly good for them. Went deep in the tank. What is this attack? Do I take 5? I kind of want to leave a Recruiter in play. I think I just take 5. I can take 5. I kind of hate, I don't know, I feel like attacking everything isn't that good because they just lose their Arbor Elf and their Shaman. I don't know. I mean, even if they have bolts, we're at 5. Second Shaman was the reason. It's weird. So we can like sort of Hearth and Home, equip, attack with Recruiter. They block. Then we go block here, block here, block here, go to 3. We do that. We die to bolts. Oh, they also have Spyro. We're 1 mana short of going Stoneforge Mystic into Batterskull. I think we go Stoneforge Mystic, Magus of the Moon. Just getting that 2/2 in play seems pretty key here. And I think we get call. I mean, no. Batterskull costs 11 mana to kill. Let's get Batterskull. We can get sort of Fire Ice. I'm kind of worried about my life total though. I think my life total is like the most important thing in this spot. I guess they know my hand actually. I love the art of Magus of the Moon. Just the blue and the red looks so good. Seems like we still for Sophie and play Magus. I mean, a sword is also like worse against the Shaman in play. I don't know. I feel like Batterskull is the better card right now. Like with just us being at 5 and not having great blocks. Yeah, we have good blocks, not great. Has Hearth and Home been good yet? No. But it's also only our second match of the deck, and you know, we're in game 1 of match 2, we won match 1. But we're just kind of trying it out. Like, it might not be good. It could be better as like Maul of the Skyclaves, but I think it makes sense to me in this deck. Like, if it's not good in this deck, it's just straight up not good. Okay, this is the card I said I couldn't beat, and I still feel this way. Maybe if we gotten Kaldra, we could have beaten Karn. It's probably just not good. Yeah, probably Spider. I want to play with it, though. I want to play with it a bit. It's got potential in this deck, I think. Yeah, we've got outs to the Karn. We've got outs. We have draws. We also have, you know, no green mana and like a decent number of green cards in the deck, though. They get Needle. Your name's Stoneforge? Needle doesn't seem that good here. Maybe it's fine. They have Ballista. We're probably screwed. We could just cast the Skull, though. They named Stoneforge. They don't really have attacks. We can like send in our 2/2s at Karn, but that doesn't accomplish that much. I mean, I guess drawing Ragavan. Do I want to attack? Get the board a little more clear? I think no. Just play it pass. Are there any tutorable flyers worth considering for this deck? Well, are there? You tell me. We have Birds of Paradise already in the deck. What do I think of Kiko's Blue White Yori and Blink? Is that the one that won the challenge a couple weeks ago? I remember it was like I thought it was fine. Had a couple things I wanted to change. No, Spellbinder kind of sucks. You also can't tutor it with Recruiter. It needs to be Power 2 or less. Yeah, Mindcensor. We have a Mindcensor in the sideboard. Karmic Guide, yeah. Karmic Guide is an option. Karmic Guide's good if you're trying to go like Goblin Bombardment, Safi, Karmic Guide, Renegade Rallier. But every time I try to build that deck, I'm like, why am I not playing Heliod instead? Yeah, Dragon Rage's Channeler is a good Recruiter target. Show me where the lie is. Yeah, Yorion's a tutorable flyer. Just always tutor at every game. Oh, right. I forgot about this interaction. That's right. 2 turns ago, we could have put Yorion into our hand instead of playing Magus. That would have been a winning line. That was before the Karn came down, right? I thought the 2/2 was pretty relevant as a blocker, too. I think I'll put it in my hand this turn, I guess. What are they gonna get with Karn? Ballista? I guess if we go for Yorion next turn, they can just like coding my planes. If we play this right now, do they get to kill a shaman? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they give exactly enough. Now they just kill my lands. Oh, they get shaman coding. That's right. Yeah. I guess what we do here is if they go for coding, we just have to like pitch Solitude, kill shaman, and then draw like Skyclave Recruiter or something. If you bait them to killing reserve, they just do it at instant speed. They just do it like right in. They just have 7 mana free available there. We probably should have just held up the Solitude here. I guess it's also true that they just still get to use the coding plus Karn. Yeah, they get the coding. And I know Sword is useless versus Karn, but it's like, if we just have 3 useless mana, it's better there. Yeah, but this was definitely not the right line. The put Yorion in the hand. We should have held up the Solitude. If the sword was a maul, you could pitch it to Solitude. Big brain. Let them target. Yeah, that was the line. Oh, man. So many mistakes.
Just get good.
Drew another Blood Moon. Can we Alpha Strike Karn? We actually can, can't we? But do we die on the crackback? No, because we drew Solitude. They have 5 blockers. They go here, here. Wait, do we not have enough? They have 5 blockers for our 6 attackers. Oh, we're 1 short. We're 1 short. We can play Solitude on our opponent's turn. Chat. I know we can't cast it right now. We don't have 6 attackers. They have 5 blockers. We have 6 attackers. And not all of our guys have 2 power. Attacking over multiple turns is bad versus the Pyromancers. Well, they can't get both Pyromancers back, right? This turn. Maybe you're right, though. But like, it also frees up our 1/1s to attack a bit better. It's also game 1. My opponent has less than 9 minutes on the clock. What a hard match for like the second match of a new brew. Maybe we should be main decking for Solitude. Yeah, Karn does turn off artifact lands. Man, we would be so ahead if we didn't put Yorion in our hand. Coding is now super weird. In what way? Guess I'm just confused by the choice of the word weird. Alright, Karn's gone. So it unlocks our equipment. They get Ensnaring Bridge? What a game, dude. They only have one card in their hand. The last card is another card. Gross. They kill my land. So we need to draw a flicker effect for a Skyclave. Alright, I'll take like, I guess they're about to kill my last planes. Let's just go ahead and scoop so we can maybe play game 2. Good game though, good game. Obviously we want to cut Magus. I think I want at least the first champ. No, I don't play to time my opponents out as a rule. Yeah, Teeg is maybe fine. It's kind of fragile though. Autumn and Teeg. I mean, Autumn's like only good against Karn though. I guess they're playing coding. I forgot that they're the coding variant. Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's Sprawl, I guess. Probably with the Forge-Tender too. Let's cut the Avalanche Riders. Do you want to trim an equipment? I feel like I like all these equipment. Leave the Feast and Famine at home. Yeah, I like this deck a lot too, Giglio. It's our second match with it. Make 2 cuts. Maybe we don't play these. Teeg doesn't stop Ballista. Teeg says non-creature. Sanctum Prelate I don't think is a card you want in this. I guess we could Prelate on 4. Teeg is better at doing that, I guess. What do we cut? Our deck's so good. On the draw we can cut Ragavans. Don't think we can do that on the play. Maybe trim Wall of Omens. I guess we don't need all these Solitudes either. We could probably just play 2. We'll play the Teeg. Yeah, I think in your Stoneforge Mystic Yorion decks you want to play 4 equipment, is my opinion. And then in non-Yorion decks you play 3. It's my current strat, I guess. I think this deck is missing is forcing. We have 4 monkey in the deck. Yep, I'm confused. We do have 4 monkeys in this deck. Yeah, where's our Aether Vial? What the heck? I thought this was a Yorion deck. We're also ahead 10 minutes. It's not like my opponent's been playing like that slowly though, I guess. I'm gonna, just in case they left in Blood Moon, I'm gonna get planes. Oh, do I Solitude the Elf here? This is a super interesting decision point. I don't know. I think so. 100%? I feel like it's not 100%, but maybe if Giglio's saying it, I should listen. And maybe I should have pitched the Eladamri's call, actually. I'm gonna get Kaldra. Maybe. I'm gonna get Kaldra. Wait, see if they cast Sprawl. It gives them the mana, though. Kiki. We can call for birds here if we want to. I think I might just like to get another Stoneforge. Just pass back. Birds gives us red though. Like getting sort of Fire Ice. I don't know. I feel like it was close. Come on. Just max punished for not getting birds. I guess we get Teeg. I know it's like not the highest upside play, but wait, it's right. It is like the highest upside play. Yeah. Yeah, Kaldra's just like once it hits field, it's really really hard for them to beat. I guess Karn actually is pretty good against it. They can just plus. Ponza, Ponza, Ponza. Why they go for your dual land? They've probably sided out their Blood Moons in this matchup. Discard Anger, Wooded Foothills, so they must not care about our Teeg at all. I mean, if we just draw, you know, a bunch of lands in a row, then we're in business. Alright, I'll concede if we don't draw a land this turn, I think. They like, do I want to even trade? Wait, what is this elemental attack? I guess it's Renin 6. I'm just gonna block. Have we tried Squirrel Monkey? This deck is playing both Squirrel and Monkey. Yeah. They only have one card in their hand. Let's Stoneforge. The Stoneforge Mystic is never going to die. You will live. Stoneforge Mystic, you're going to live. It's too soon to say goodbye. Yes, aspiring spike, forbid me now to die. I'll obey. I will try. Dude, Spyro into Pillage is like a nightmare in this spot. But we can still draw another white source off the top. Let's go! Let's go! I'm playing 3 planes! I'm playing 3 planes. Let's go, dude. Yeah, shout out to MTGO Premium. No, our live totals, we can't Kaldra. We need to like Batterskull first. Dead coding. Do I attack with the Batterskull? Yeah, I think I just attack with both. Maybe not. Maybe I just attack with Kaldra. They double block with here. It's not that good for us. Maybe it's not that bad either. They chump block. That's incredibly good for us. Really don't like that block by them. Can you imagine winning this game? My opponent also only has 3.5 minutes on the clock. I concede if I'm 0% like always. Colossus can't even block the Germ token. What's Wall of Omens? Maybe would be better to Vial. Probably better to Wall. Winning this game would be so incredibly cool. Nettle Cyst in this deck? What is Nettle Cyst? I don't know what that card is. Maybe they don't know how this works. Maybe they block. No, they know. Is that the new equipment? Because we don't have enough equipment for that one here. Enough artifacts. We do lose like if they ever draw Karn probably. Like they have a lot of good draws from here. But they've also been drawing super hot. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that card's not good in our deck. It's gonna gain 1 life here. Fine. We do need him to, like, again, not fund Karn ever. Oh, man. They could have drawn that last turn. Looks like they did. Into Chandra? Oh, boy. Well, Chandra's, like, you know, very attackable. Turn Timber Symbiosis is in their deck. I guess we can also Skyclave something here. they play it instead of dealing me 2. It's kind of weird. I think I like attacking Chandra with this, see how they block. Because I'm really happy to get to exile anything here, and then we can like Skyclave the Colossus if they don't block. But if we Skyclave the Colossus first, then they block to keep Chandra around, I think. I feel like this was a good play. Alright. Karn beats us probably. I guess we could maybe draw land for Felidar Guardian. We won that game. Dude, we won the game. Pretty sure they shouldn't be able to play Turn Timber as a land. You might be right about that. Oh, that was game 2. Right. Opponent wasn't slow. That game 1 was just like incredibly long. They weren't playing that slow. Alright. I'll play it out. If I'm 0% to win somehow in game 3, then I'll concede. But with only a minute and a half on the clock, they're probably timing out. I actually can't believe we won that game. That was awesome. Opponent definitely cannot afford to spend 10 seconds on the play first decision. Feel like I was less than 1% to win at some point? Yeah, probably. I don't say that very lightly. Coding's kind of a scary card. We have a Toski, so we can never lose. So I guess we get Skyclave for that. They make mana. Pretty scared of this. So we get to go Skyclave the Chandra, play another bird. Not a bad turn. What am I getting with this? Stomping Ground? I guess I want to get Sacred Foundry, so let's go like this. Can maybe play a battle land, a Tango land in this deck. Not sure which one, not sure over what. Just something to think about. So 2 for 3 there. Let's play Sword of Fire Ice this turn. The next turn we can go for Forge-Tender plus equip. I think this is a good line. They have 1 card left. That card is not that relevant, it seems. But it also has 3 seconds on the clock, so we win. (2-0) with Fresh Brew, feeling good despite all of our technical problems earlier today. We have Ephemerate plus Solitude, something. But yeah, but how will I steal? I guess we can still steal with Ragavan, even despite not having Charm. This hand does kind of crumble to Inquisition of Kozilek. Gonna play my Jund list at a 1K? Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of the decks I've put together. We're just getting started too. I think I'm okay giving the info so I can just get a tap Temple Garden here. Oh, Mono Red Phoenix went live on CFB. Okay, cool. If someone could get a link to that going, and you know, if you could go check it out and say, hey, I like the video. Only if you like the video, of course. That'd be cool. So I want Channel Fireball to feel like they did a good job picking me up. Maybe just cast this instead of putting Yorion in the hand. It's kind of close. Cool, let me get a plug going. Yeah, if you guys could click on that link, give it a like, be cool. I guess that's not a direct YouTube link, but linking to Channel Fireball is also kind of nice, right? Let's discard an Ephemerate. Could maybe have discarded Solitude. Not gonna Solitude in response to the trigger. The one thing we will never do there. Let me get a mountain here because of Kiki-Jiki. We don't have any triple white cards, but we do. I guess we do have double white plus, you know, Ephemerate. That's probably fine. What do you think I can play this Sunday at a 120-person live tournament? I mean, what decks do you got? I mean, I'm gonna Solitude that, I think. I missed the G and the add plug. Doing well, Mr. 33. How you doing? Just play blue-red. Like, I mean, I like that deck a lot too. The blue-red expressive iteration deck, but I mean, now this deck is maybe broken. It's listed as a casual deck in the YouTube video thumbnail. What does that mean? I don't see where it says casual. That hurts my feelings if it's, I don't know. Let's discard Ephemerate, I guess. This puts the land into play untapped, right? So we get to go hit them, put a land into play, Skyclave Liliana. Yeah, Flametongue Yearling could maybe be in the deck. I've had it in some other lists. Red is maybe doable. Ross was playing my Mono Red Phoenix versus live. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Yeah, there's been some shitty YouTube comments for the Channel Fireball videos, but not really too bothered. They very clearly aren't very familiar with my work, I think. I guess I'm going to move the sword over to Skyclave. I'm going to keep a basic in my deck for the sword. The casual tag is in the bottom of the thumbnail of the video. Weird. Whatever. Yeah, I think the deck's really good. Kill my bird. It's kind of a tough spot. I think I moved the sword over, hit them, exile the monkey, re-equip the sword, hold up Ephemerate. Get my last basic out of the deck. Oh, sorry, I have 2 more planes. Wait, they listed Gab's Solitary Confinement deck as the competitive, whatever. Whatever. Can Ephemerate the sword equipped? You can, the trigger. Oh, can't Ephemerate this, but I can Ephemerate the Yorion. No, I think we should re-equip the sword. I'll just untap the Yorion, though. We also get to rebound, in case that's relevant. I guess I could flicker the Skyclave. That's probably good enough to do. They ping me. I like this attack by them a lot. Let's get rid of the token, I think. A bit harder to deal with the Skyclave. If we draw an answer to the illusion token, which we don't have that many, it's just like Solitude, which I guess gains them life. Do I flicker the Skyclave here? I don't think so, actually. Maybe, I mean, we're gonna flicker it anyways this turn, off the sword. Well, if we didn't flicker, we could have like made them chump block with the illusion token. I'm not sure if this was good. Feels kind of tricky. But now I guess we get to just like untap the Yorion. Secret Vigilance. And then I'm not going to flicker the Skyclave with Yorion's ability. This just doesn't matter that much with the pro-green sword, I think. So pretty ahead. This seems like a very good matchup. A good matchup versus Jund. What are the odds? Did your Assassin's Trophy? Golly. We drew land. Sad. And we've been... Oh, we still have a basic. We don't have attacks in the back. We've not been worth to Ephemerate the Apparition with its ETB on the stack. To get a sword hit so they don't get a token. Well, the decision there was after the rebound, right? That was a couple turns ago that we had that option, I think. I can't remember exactly what the board state looked like when we had that choice. You're gonna send into they could have put me into bolt range, but I guess they can just alpha strike next turn if I brick again. Did not brick again. Yeah, I think I'd like to try to bait the alpha strike here. It's like a super weird attack with not attack with this, right? Why would you not attack with this illusion? Just genius play around Solitude. It's not GG's. It would be if they attack with the 1/1, we get to block with Solitude really well. Now I think I have to block like this. Yeah, but if they block with the illusion, we have like a good block with Solitude. We make them chump block here. The monkey's pretty good. Does get hit by a discard spell though. How many times are we going to move the sword around this game? Oh no! Oh fuck. That was bad. Congratulations if you saw that coming, I guess. All I know how to do is cast Archmage's Charming Counterspell. Please forgive me. I'm just a casual streamer, casual player. Please forgive. I attacked with the monkey. They blocked with the 1/1 token. Then I moved the sword over. So I guess the line was to just not attack. Not the first person to make that play. Yeah, hopefully we don't make that mistake again. Solitude has looked really good in this deck. Oh, guys, can you imagine? Can you imagine if I did it again there? Miss Lethal and the Crackback, Exile less blocker. They gain life. They gain life when you Solitude them. So I feel like Feast and Famine's probably better than Hearth and Home against them. Let's cut the Knight of Autumn, cut the do I want to cut Magus? Cut the Riders probably. Is Sanctifier good? You have pro green for Goyf? Okay, then if I miss lethal, I miss lethal. It's been a long day. It's been a long day, a lot of problems. Long week. I think I want at least one champion. Sanctifier is good against exactly Kroxa. It's probably good to play. We saw that they do have Kroxa, right? Good 2 to target. Could play the Riders. Riders is probably not that good in this matchup on the draw, especially. Could play the 4th Solitude. Seems like just hard casting this card's pretty good in this matchup. I don't know about Magus against them. I feel like the card has like pretty high variance, so we lose. It could be correct to play. Obviously, it's my first league with the deck too. It's kind of bound to not know exactly the best things to do in every spot. May have been better to actually be able to get planes off the Vista. Probably was. Yeah, Ren and 6 is also disaster. You cast Eladamri's Call. Do I scoop to Ren and 6? Probably not. They are gonna Eladamri's Call. They get Bloodbraid Elf. That's some value. And then they have Inquisition to get Skyclave, I guess. Assuming Skyclave. Could maybe take Ephemerate. They do take the Skyclave. We draw our own monkey. I think I play Monkey plus Stoneforge here. And then not sure what equipment we're supposed to get. Kaldra is like by far the best to like have in play. But it's also true that if we want a Kaldra, we can activate Stoneforge Mystic, then Ephemerate. So let me get Batterskull here. Dash Monkey and play Stoneforge Mystic. I feel like that just doesn't accomplish as much as just casting the monkey. Right? Buy Ephemerate. Guess we're glad we didn't get a sword. But now we can't do the Kaldra trick next turn. Just block. And it's kind of nice that we turn off future discard spells. And we know our opponent has Bloodbraid Elf because they Eladamri's called for it this game. So, you know, they probably are casting that. And we got the best case scenario is they hit a discard spell. They do hit a discard spell. Lucky us. Lucky us. Could equip on the Stoneforge and attack. We also get to Vial and the monkey, which is kind of cool. And then maybe equip onto the monkey next turn. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough to trade Stoneforge plus go away. We also get 5 life, of course. And then they probably don't expect this. No, it's like very mana intensive line, but it feels okay. Batterskull and monkey's cool. So we lose 3. Do I try to play some Shadow Bills after? I haven't played any Shadow decks, but we'll probably play some like Grixis versions or red-black versions soon. Solitude is way better against the removal spell here, or it could maybe. I don't really care that much about Kroxa. Yeah, I don't really care that much about Kroxa next turn, I think. Especially if Solitude lives, and Solitude's probably living. Exile the Cliffs. Yeah, Solitude has felt really good. Kind of, you know, maybe we've all been thinking about the incarnations wrong, right? Where maybe like you're supposed to like in the decks you play them in, you're supposed to want to hardcast them in the decks you play them in. I guess I'll block. You're supposed to want to hardcast them, and then like you have sometimes in corner cases pitch, or you get to Ephemerate and some nutty draws. Probably want to wait to Yorion. I guess, can I do it now? I'm 1 mana short. I think I just want to equip onto a bird and attack for 4. They're top decking. They can't attack with the Ravine into the bird. If they attack, we get to Ragavan. We have Yorion, and we're ticking up Vial for that. Feel pretty ahead. Liliana doesn't do very much here. Love to see no attacks. Yeah, it's called Squirrelblade because of the Toski, but that's mostly like in reference to like the older Squirrelblade decks we've played, which are like way more in on Toski than this deck is, of course, but it's kind of just paying tribute to that deck. Yeah, I'll probably end up going with a different name at some point, but I've also been kind of like, people have been asking me about Squirrelblade specifically, and I have been saying, oh, I've got an idea for Toski. I've got an idea for Toski, but I'm still working on the deck. I don't want to talk about it yet. And this is the deck. The idea is that you could Recruiter for Toski, and then like also that also pairs very well to Stoneforge Mystic deck, and so, you know, not the craziest idea ever, but that was the idea, and I'm playing it now. So let me put Yorion in hand first here, since my opponent can, if my opponent has a removal spell, we want to be able to Vial and Yorion in response. Oh, are they gonna, they're gonna Ravine and block? I guess we just Yorion now. And do I reset the Batterskull? I kind of like resetting the Batterskull, but I could have gotten an extra sword here. And I guess I'm missing out on some damage too. So yeah, this was another mistake. It's kind of funny to see a vigilant, like a untapped attacking birds with no vigilance though. No, we 4-1'd our 2 leagues with the blue-red deck today, so we're not catching up to Doom, unfortunately. And they get to discard this? Yeah, this was all bad. This was all bad. Just missed the Ravine block. Yeah. I think we still get it to avoid the life loss. We can also choose to double block here. But then they get to... oh, they're not attacking. Weird. I know I've been playing kind of bad today and yesterday. I've honestly been just a bit overwhelmed with everything. It's been an insane few days. Just like the increase in viewership has been such a big jump. It's been so overwhelming. It's hard to articulate without sounding like, I don't mean to sound ungrateful. It's been really cool. It's like everything I've been working for. But boy, do I feel like very flustered about everything, to be honest with everyone. So much is happening. Should have reset Vial with Yorion. We have Kiki-Jiki at the deck. I think I like leaving it at 5. Thanks, TCS. Appreciate you. Obviously, everything... I mean, even just, like, the support and everything has been super overwhelming, too. Like, it's not all just, like, the negatives that come with being bigger. It's also that there's just so many more eyes on me. It's crazy. Just not something I'm used to, despite having, like, you know, not a small size stream before. All right, we're going to keep this. We're not going to get our Vial interacted with either. What are my thoughts on the decks you've played so far? I mean, I've played a ton of different decks, so like that question is like it's like a 10-minute question to answer. But At least as for the decks I played today. We 4-1 twice with the blue-red monkey deck, and I'm liking that deck a lot. It's one of my favorite decks to play in the format. And is this Adnaz? It is Adnaz. So we have like Gaddock Teeg in the sideboard, and then we have got main deck Magus. Oh, we have Sanctum Prelate too. Yeah, that one's really good. So I think I get Knight of Autumn. We do need to draw a land. I could get Charming Prince and like scry in the upkeep for a land, but I think we just get Knight, and if we don't hit a land, we probably die. Yeah, probably died. Alright, pass back. Guy, 2 months, welcome back. You watchers not understanding what up Spike Rings is funny. Classic meme. Why do I prefer Blue Red Monkey over Just Guy Monkey Blade? Dragon Rage Channeler is like the best card in Modern Horizons 2. And I think Dragon Rage's Channeler is better than Stoneforge Mystic. And, you know, that's kind of the biggest difference. You also get Lurrus as a companion, which is always great. They get something with Profane Tutor, but who knows what. I mean, this is really good for us. They maybe are overestimating the strength of our hand here, huh? Maybe they're overestimating the strength of our hand. Can Blue-Red Lurrus Monkey be your Tier 1 deck? Well, Tier 1, in my definition, usually means that the deck is going to be one of the most popular decks in the format. And I do think that decks like this are not usually selected by players as much, you know. I do think the deck is very good, and I think it has potential to be like one of the most powerful decks in the format, but I have a hard time seeing it ever being like one of the most played decks. Think it's worth buying into Monkey Blade? Yeah, especially because like all the pieces of Monkey Blade are cards you can play in different decks. I feel like that's probably a good deck to buy into. Why? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like people don't tend to gravitate towards those decks, but it's very like the blue-red Ragavan deck is very complicated and difficult to play perfectly, and requires like a lot of reps, and is just I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe we'll see. I think the deck is great at the time of making this comment, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, I watched Gab play the Mono Red Devotion deck. I thought it was pretty good. They took my Stoneforge. Pretty happy with that. Stoneforge wasn't doing too much here, I think. If we draw a red source, we can get Magus. Magus maybe just wins the game. Did they tutor for the Thoughtseize? Why did Heliod Company popular go down so much last month? Well, in the last month or so, Modern Horizons 2 has come out, and people are still like we are in the honeymoon period where people are playing the decks they want to play, you know? Not necessarily the decks that are great. I'm just going to double check that I'm sideboarding the Gaddock Teeg, yeah. But one of my earlier lists was not sideboarding the Teeg. Let's kill the Unlife. I guess I could use Skyclave here. I could use Skyclave instead, and Skyclave is like something that we can use to kill Thoracle, but we just have the Solitude for Thoracle. Not that killing Thoracle is that relevant if they're comboing. So we do lose to Angel's Grace, Spoils of the Vault, Thassa's Oracle, and they did get to Profane Tutor, but they could have killed us last turn if they had those cards. They could take my Ephemerate here. I guess also the land for Recruiter needs to be a red source. Is right now the best Modern's ever been. It's really, really good right now. I will say I'm having more fun than I've ever had. which is good because I literally I'm working constantly on modern content, so it's good I'm having more fun than I've ever had. Double Thoughtseize, wow. Well, it's fine, I guess. Weird hand that they had. Gonna leave this on 3 for now. That's just a weird game too. Best modern was with looting and or twin. I think I'm gonna Skyclave. We can just flicker the Skyclave if we need to. Do I sacrifice it? Yeah, let's Ephemerate here just to put 2 counters. Since this is now a 2-turn clock. We don't have to rebound the Ephemerate. Any chance that I'm going to want to be able to... No, I'm going to play the Giver. I was trying to figure out like if pitching Solitude can ever matter. I don't think it can ever matter here. Yeah, so they can't really value ad Nas if that's what they're on. This is, you know, if they don't get us... We can kill their unlives. Oh, no. Sad. Wait, they named Oracle, so they must have another unlife. Or as far as spoils. Okay, go to game 2. Close one. Close one. Wait, what am I waiting for? What do we do if they solitude? What do they do if we solitude the Oracle? We die. We die is what happens. So we cut the Solitudes, cut a Wall of Omens. Really hope that we can somehow win this match because I'd love to 5-0 with the first, league of this deck. But this is probably a bad matchup. Oh, we've got Ragavan. How bad can it be? I guess Mindcensor is good against their Profane Tutor. It's probably better than a Wall of Omens. Kind of forgot that they play that card now. Yeah, Prelates are like, anti-combo tutor target. Fair Guardian can only flicker our cards. Yeah, I don't know what we could target though. Okay, so we can turn 2 Recruiter, turn 3 Prelate. We also have Teeg. It's a pretty good hand. Do I put back a land or do I put back the Sword? Sword's like kind of nice with the Recruiter. It's a bit slow though. Switch Swords. I think that Hearth and Home is better than Sophie in this matchup. I don't think Sophie's like very good. I think you could cut a Sword, yeah. You could cut the Hearth and Home. Feast and Famine's the best. Feast and Famine's the best one. I could maybe get Riders. Could get Magus. We just Prelate on 1. What are they going to do? Prelate on 1 and Gaddock Teeg. I actually don't think they can win. Hey, Sanctum Prelate, would you like to join the cause? Now, I believe that their only win condition is Oracle. Oh, that's what they can do. Teeg stops ad Nas, but doesn't stop their spoils combo. It's pretty good. So am I going to want a Yorion here? Like, they can't cast Ad Nauseam anytime soon. We'll see what we draw, but if I just draw a land, I think I'm going to put Yorion in my hand to try to set up for, like, Magus to stop their combo. So I really don't think that Teeg is going to be enough. The Exile of Bloom. Okay, Recruiter. Recruit for Magus. Probably the line. Although they do have that Lotus Bloom. We could just get Ragavan. We could get Kiki-Jiki and try to win in 2 turns. How good is that? You get Felidar Guardian and try to win in 2 turns. And then Felidar Guardian Ewit? Yeah, that's another one too, but we can't Ewit back Prelate for next turn. Or one short. Yeah, I don't think Magus is going to do it because they have the Bloom, so I kind of like the idea of getting Guardian. And just trying to win in 2 turns, because I kind of feel like with the Lotus Bloom coming down like that, they're trying to win in 3 turns, so let's just win in 2 turns. Yeah, this has been Profane Tutor, just going to be too slow. Maybe also, I don't think it matters if I get Kiki or Guardian. I guess next turn I could go Guardian plus Teeg, or if I had gone Kiki this turn. What's my take on using Squadron Hawk? Hawk's a little underpowered. I guess they can just Violent Outburst, or so they can just Angel's Grace me though. I mean, it makes them use an Angel's Grace at least. We don't really have another choice. We can play Teeg. We can play Teeg off the after we like copy birds or flicker birds. I guess we have to copy the birds. Oh, this is so much faster for us. They really messed up, actually, by not letting me target here, but we could just be dead. They have Lotus Bloom coming down, but they can't add Nauseums. I mean, I don't know, they have to have exactly... Oh, they have Profane Tutor coming off too. That one's Suspend 2 is a lot less than Suspend 3. So if they have Oracle, Angel's Grace, or Angel's Grace / Unlife plus Spoils, we lose. Maybe I misspelled Phoenix, and I don't think I did. Pretty sure I was good about that. I could be wrong. I think we could run. You could play Village Bellringer. I think it's better not to. They slaughter packed my Teeg. It's probably gonna be game then. Bummer. I was really hoping we get the 5-0 on the first league, but the deck is looking good. Deck's looking good. Gonna play some more of this deck for sure. Playing against Lurrus. We can keep this hand against Lurrus. Just draw Vial on turn 1. Maybe, hopefully this is a Death Shadow deck, right? Well, I guess let's have the ability to combo off. It would be perfect if they play 2 1-mana creatures, but I mean, how lucky could we possibly be? Is banned Squirrelblade viable? Maybe. It's probably not unplayable. Played against it. I lost to it in like last week's challenge. It was one of my 2 losses. It just doesn't seem like one of the better decks at the moment, in my opinion. Oh boy, right on time. Might still be good, that Vial, though. Especially with my opponent not doing anything. Could this be Red-Black Phoenix? Maybe. I wonder if you could build Red-Black Phoenix with Unmarked Grave. Like 1 Kroxa as an Unmarked Grave target. You could also have a Creeping Chill. It's probably not that good. Think about the 4-color Soul Herder decks going around. They're fine. They're definitely fine.
You don't need my laptop anymore?
No, I don't. Thank you, though.
I need it.
So let's go tap Stomping Ground, Vial.
When do you think you'll be done?
Soon.
Like 30 minutes?
Probably, yeah. Sounds about right. I don't think I'm going to go for the thing yet, especially not into open Blood Crypt. Oh, Margrave can't get Kroxa. It's a bummer. Maybe we can petition. Seems fair that seems like we should be able to, right? Solitude is literally gonna kill Death Shadow, Spike. It's literally gonna kill Death Shadow. I guess you're right, chat. Guess you guys were right the whole time. Except they're just like leaving up all this open mana. Okay, you're right, chat. Shadow's unplayable. Yeah, we get to go. This is nuts. This is like one of the grossest turns I've ever had. I don't really have much to say there. I feel dirty. I'm gonna get Giver of Runes here, I think. Vial in, keep up Ephemerate. Giver protects my creatures for the Ephemerate. That was a slaughter. Absolute slaughter. So we could Magus of the Moon them here. We could try to Magus them at least. Really, the whole world is our oyster. I guess I'm not going to play around. I mean, they have gut shot. They have gut shot. Maybe Magus isn't that good. That just dies to bolts. It's probably fine. Oh, clearly should have got Tusky. We can Tusky next turn off Recruiter. I don't like Wall of Omens. I tried to build this deck without Wall of Omens, but I found I felt like I didn't have a density of cards for Ephemerate or Solitude. But I certainly hear your criticism. I feel like it's like a super valid critique there. Because like just not attacking is a big deal, but I feel like the wall fills a really important role. I don't think you can play this deck without wall. Maybe we have like way too much sideboard for this matchup if this matchup's just kind of great already. It could be. I think I do want Feast and Famine over Hearth and Home. I want these 7 cards, and then I'm going to cut the Riders, the Magus, trim Ragavan on the draw maybe. We need to cut 5 cards. You can probably cut the Knight of Autumn. Maybe just cut the monkeys on the draw. How come this is Yorion deck? Is 60 not enough? So Yorion is actually pretty good in decks like this that 1 have a lot of flicker targets, but 2 also get to play a lot of tutors like Recruiter, Eladamri's Call, Stoneforge Mystic. That actually powers up your Yorion a lot if you have a lot of tutors. Cut the combo. Yeah, combo's probably not happening. So then we get to play Ragavan, which is great. I think Monkey's still passable. We can't do this deck in 60 cards. I've got lots of 60 card, Ephemerate brews, but I actually feel like this deck's better on 80. I don't say that lightly as someone who like usually builds my Flicker shells as 60 cards. I think like the difference is when you're playing a lot of tutors, like in Recruiters and Call. If you just have Recruiter, if you just have Call, I think it would be 60 cards. If you have both, I think your deck gets better at 80. And it's also true Yorion is really, really strong in this deck, right? Where in a lot of decks it's 5 mana or 8 mana 4/5. It has a ton of synergies in our deck. Yeah, mana is also better at 80. The mana base in this deck was really tough at 60 cards, I remember when I was putting it together. It's a great point. So they can't play Scourge. How could it be better? Because fetch lands because you get to play more fetch lands and you get to play more fetchable targets. Like one thing is I wanted to play a lot of basics in this deck because I'm a Magus of the Moon sort of Hearth and Home deck, right? You can't play 7 basics in your 60 card mana base and still play like Rugged Prairie for Kiki-Jiki. The mana just doesn't work at all. But if you're 80 cards, it does work. A lot better, at least. You kind of saw the same thing with like Valakut decks. Like Valakut decks, like you would prefer to have more cards in their deck than 60. Could have maybe kept up Ephemerate here. Let me get Feast and Famine, I think. Maybe it's Kaldra. Just so much better to get Feast and Famine if this dies. It's also true that if this doesn't die, we can activate Stoneforge Mystic, then Ephemerate it, and then get Kaldra, put it into play, which is a big part of me like actually starting to actively like Stoneforge Mystic in these Ephemerate decks, is like realizing that interaction, especially with Kaldra. I feel like Ephemerate makes Stoneforge Mystic a better Ephemerate card because of that activate Ephemerate Stoneforge Mystic, just put Kaldra into play. We haven't got to do it yet, but that's definitely something you want to be keeping in mind if you pick this deck up. How good there's a Gruul Signet Secret Lair. Oh my gosh. And it's just 2 rocks tied together. That is awesome. They do take the skull. And then kill my Stoneforge. So no getting to do the trick this game. Down to 14. I'm probably leaving Vial on 3. We slated out most of our 4 drops. We still have exactly Toski in the deck, though. We have a ton of 3 drops. And double Goyf is going to be pretty tough to beat. Obviously, if we just end up like chumping with the Yorion, it's not going to be a winning line for us. We have outs, so I'm not going to concede, but we're probably going to have to settle this in game 3. Yeah, Solitude would have been a hell of a draw. We just had a ton of good draws there. Looks like they have Dismember too. Well, I saw the like total drop there, so they definitely have Dismember. I'm not just conceding before they show it to me. Alright, I think we're just gonna run it back. I mean, Skyclave was also a really good draw because we could go Violent Skyclave, Yorion Flicker Skyclave. But I feel like our matchup is pretty good and get to be on the play for game 3. Feeling alright. Be nice to 4-1 all leagues today. Although Doomwake is going to be reeling. Or, no, the opposite of reeling. Whatever that is. Leading on Forest here is a bit awkward with the Rugged Prairie if our bird dies. If our bird doesn't die, this hand's great. If a bird does die, we can play a second bird or just draw any land.
Are you streaming over hotspot?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I'm like, Wi-Fi not working.
I know, I gotta get on the phone with them later.
Okay. Did you restart the mode?
I asked you to earlier when it went down.
I did the router.
I didn't. I did not restart from my phone. No.
Okay, I redid it.
Okay. I'm gonna call him. I don't know. I know it's frustrating.
We're gonna have hot dogs for lunch.
Great. Do you think you should be playing non-Vista fetches over Vista? No, I don't think that. Not in our Magus of the Moon deck. We also have non-Vista fetches, but I think we're playing actually. Are we playing the full 16? We're playing 4 Heath. I think I'm playing 4 Heath for sure because that's the best one because of Magus. 3 Arid Mesa, 3 Foothills, 4 Vista. I think Vista is really important in this deck. Don't you feel that Shadow Spear is a good target for Stoneforge? I don't. I feel like it's an okay target for Stoneforge, but I would rather play like a Maul the Skyclaves or sort of Feast and Famine in this deck above that card. Why Champion over Sanctifier? I'm playing both. But they're very different cards. People have been talking about Champion over Sanctifier. The two cards are super different. Champion is a card against aggro decks, and Sanctifier is a card against, like, exactly Dredge. The cards are, like, they just don't go in the same decks. Okay, so we can get Ewit, we can get Toski. I think I'm getting Toski here. Toski's pretty good against them. But I'm only playing one Sanctifier. But you don't the cards don't really compete that much, in my mind. All right, I'll just let this resolve. Sad to lose Toski. I'm gonna get into Modern because of that one turn. That's awesome, Jungle. Yeah, you do draw a card off of each creature that hits Toski. This card's very good, I think. They have a hard time. We have a very good hand. They do take the Squirrel. I'm not going to Ephemerate into open mana, but if they really can't like tap out for a 2-mana creature here, which is nice for us. Let's see what we draw. Big draw step. Another Recruiter is a big draw. Let's take a look at our library. Have a lot of options here. We don't have anything. We don't have the... I guess Kavi wouldn't kill this anyways. I can't tutor up Solitude with Recruiter either. I think I'm going to play Auriok Champion first. We can get... Probably going to grab Skyclave Apparition. Could get Witness. We're going to get Skyclave. Attack for 1. Any chance you win a Reflecting Pool? No, Triumph makes Pool a lot worse. Also, if you look at the mana requirements for a deck, we do have like a lot of double white cards, or not even that many, just Skyclave Solitude. Solitude's 5 mana. And like usually want Reflecting Pool more so when you have a bunch of double lands. We do have Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker, but I feel like because we only have single green, double white, and 1 triple red card, Rugged Prairie is kind of like the card I'm playing at that spot instead. Yeah, also not great with the basics for Magus, which are pretty relevant, I think. Yeah, Solitude. I agree. Solitude's like not going to be a card you can play in that many decks, so it's I don't think going to really push Shadow out of the format. And it's also like you can still Thoughtseize it, you know? You can play around it, probably, somewhat. 3 mana. Is this Luris or is this Kolagon's Command? It's Kolagon's Command. Kill my bird. Make me discard a card. I think I'm discarding Ephemerate. I think that they have a 1-mana removal spell the way they've been playing this game. We'll make sure that we attack before we cast Skyclave because they can kill my Skyclave and make a blue blocker for my Auriok Champion. What about Ewit? We have an Eternal Witness in the deck. Oh, sorry. Are you talking about no double green? Yeah, we have one double green spell. Which I don't think is that big a deal. You think you'd have done Riders and Ephemerate Riders in this game? I cited out the Riders. They have like Blossoming Defense. That'd be so cool. Looks like they have Fatal Push. Okay. Didn't get anything. Tarmogoyf puts me up to 14. It's big Tarmogoyf, 6/7. Pumping the brakes. Second Champion's a welcome addition to the hand. Pretty sure we get sort of Feast and Famine here, although it is true that Kaldra does not. Kaldra and Batterskull don't get got by Inquisition, but they're like so much more likely to have a removal spell, so let's just like get the Feast and Famine. Draw land, we can Yorion. At a healthy 17. Life total's only getting higher. Thanks, Jungle. Yeah, Stoneforge died, so feel good about our decision to get sort of Feast and Famine. How Kaldra get removal spell? They kill the Stoneforge Mystic and then the Kaldra doesn't get put into play is how Kaldra gets got by a removal spell. Could chump block without they're just not attacking. Well, if we draw a land, I guess we're going Feast and Famine equip, of course. They've already cast one Kolaghan's Command. They probably have like 2 more outs to Feast and Famine, so I think I'm just supposed to cast this here. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Kozilek's Return. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Sorry, I think Klothys. Thought that was going to be Kozilek's Return. Any chance I want to put Yorion in my hand here? I guess we could do that after Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab Kaldra, because we're actually just like 1 land away from hardcasting it here. So next turn it's like Thoughtseize kind of leaves them in like a kind of tough spot. We could also just Stoneforge activate Kaldra if they don't kill Stoneforge. Puts them under a lot of pressure. I guess they can lure a Seal of Fire, the Stoneforge, but then we get to Yorion and like just the game ends. They have another Bolt. I think I'm not going to fetch because I guess I'll give myself the option, but they have double Thoughtseize or something like that. But I just have a hard time thinking that they could beat either card in my hand if I get to cast it. They could maybe... I mean, just like what outs to Kaldra can they even have? Like the Glamour. Dismember. Oh yeah, that's one. That's definitely one. Where they're not casting a spell off Luris. They can't. Oh, they can't. Sorry, they had 5, not 4. They are casting a spell. The best card in Modern, DRC. Oh, so that was their last card from their hand, and then they're casting Seal of Fire to kill, like, a Recruiter, I guess? So we'll probably go for a Yorion this turn. So maybe I should fetch a tap land. It's probably fine not to. Monkey. I guess we play Monkey first to, like, gain an extra lives off the champions. I'm actually not sure how this works, right? When I flicker everything with Yorion, do the Auriok Champion see everything else coming in at the same time with them, right? And they all trigger? I think that's how it works. Can just find out. So I probably have to Seal of Fire my Skyclave. Classic Yorion deck speeding up on Luris decks, by the way. Tale as old as Ikora. Don't flicker the champions. The champions, we just talked about this. They should see everything else coming back in. So they'll see each other coming back in, so it's like 2 extra life to flicker them. As far as I understand. I really wish I could tutor up Solitude. This deck would be so much better if you could. 4 extra life? Isn't it just 2? Yeah. So am I getting double Skyclave? Probably. I think just double Skyclave is good here. Nice, healthy, 38 life. Opponent's top decking. They have Seal of Fire and Mishra's Bubbles. They're only Luris cards. Alright. No blocks. Are they dead on board? I don't know. I don't think so. Although if I just cast Kaldra, probably just better to get Luris off the field. Yeah, we'll just get Luris and a Tarmogoyf off the field. It really doesn't matter though. This game's super over. Let's not overthink it too much, huh? Well, they have green and blue blockers for Auriok Champion. So we 4-1'd every league today. I feel really bad about all the crashes and stuff, but I'm gonna do my daily ritual of calling Spectrum for 2 hours, and I guess I'll keep you guys posted tomorrow. I really like this deck. I don't think I'd change too much. I think I'll play at least one league of this tomorrow. Ragavan seems out of place in the deck. Can I explain why? Power plays well with the swords. It's also like good mana acceleration in like your Imperial Recruiter deck, where you can go turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Recruiter for like Magus in like those kinds of matchups.
I haven't seen that copy posted.
Bye.